Good morning, friends. Welcome to day one of digital learning. I'm trying out this green screen that's behind me, and I'm going to be reading you guys a book today. So, if items in the book are green, they may look a little funny because this is a green screen, kind of like the way we do on morning announcements. Sometimes when the announcements are on and people are wearing green, they kind of look funny because the green screen blends in. So I'm going to read today Froggy Sleepover. And if you guys got my message yesterday, today is our virtual Spirit Week, and today is to wear your pajamas. So I am going to be reading to you in my pajamas, and I'm going to be reading Froggy Sleepover. And I thought it was perfect because Max and Froggy, the characters in this story, are wearing their PJs too. Okay, so the author of this book is Jonathan London. And remember, the author wrote the words. The author wrote the words. Hi-ho, did you know the author wrote the words? And the illustrator is Frank Romansky. So the illustrator, remember, is the person who drew the pictures. Okay, so sometimes they draw pictures and they use crayons, they use markers, they use watercolors. So that is our illustrator. So I want you to also remember when we read a book, the story starts when we open the book up. Okay, the very first page, the very first sentence. So this isn't where my book starts. This is just telling me what the book is called. Before I start reading, I want to show you guys something that we learned in the classroom. Remember our pie? We learned about pie in the classroom. So our anchor chart here has P for persuade. So we sometimes read books and the authors are trying to persuade us. So the author is trying to get you to do something or to try something. Okay? And our I in pie, the author is trying to give you information and teach you facts. Okay? And the E in our pie is the author is trying to make you enjoy the story by keeping the reader's attention. So they're trying to entertain you. Okay, so I want you to think about this book that we're going to read, Froggy's Sleepover. Is it a persuasive book? Is it an informational book? Or is it a book for entertaining us? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Froggy's Sleepover. So we opened the book. It hasn't started yet. This is our title page, but this book has two. It has the title, Froggy's Sleepover, and when I open it, it has the title again. So this is the official title page because it actually shows us where the story was published, where it was made, Froggy's Sleepover, and it has our author and our illustrator. So the title page, the title page, the title page. So now, this is where our book starts, where the very first sentence is. And our sentence in this book starts with the word it. It was Friday and school was out. Froggy flopped home from the school bus. Flop, flop, flop. Do you guys remember those words? Those sound words? Those sound words are called onomatopoeia words. Sound words, so we can hear him flop, flop, flop. He was singing, hooray, hooray, it's Friday. I'm going to Max's for a sleepover. That's great, said Froggy's mother, and she gave him a plate of chocolate fly cookies. This is your first sleepover. Are you nervous? Who, me? Of course not, said Froggy, and he hopped up and flopped to his room. Flop, flop, flop. So remember that word here, nervous. Nervous means, are you scared? Are you anxious? So mom's asking, it's your very first sleepover. Are you nervous? He pulled a big sack from his closet. Slam! He stuffed in his sleeping bag. Sloof! He squeezed in his pillow. Poof! Slapped in his pajamas. Puff! Shoved in a pair of underwear. Pum. There, he said, and flopped outside, dragging his sack behind him. Shloop. Froggy, called his mother. What? Did you forget something? Did you forget your Huggy? Oops, said Froggy, and flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. I found it, he yelled. It was in the cookie jar. Slam. Then out the door he went, dragging his sack behind him. Shloop. Froggy, called his mother. What? Did you forget your toothbrush? Oops, said Froggy, and flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. I found it, yelled Froggy. It was in my toy chest. Bang. Don't forget to brush, said his mother. I know, said Froggy. Then off he went to Max's, dragging his sack behind him. Shloop. All those onomatopoeia words. At Max's, he dumped everything out on the floor. Slump. Rolled out his sleeping bag. Sloof. And fluffed out his pillow. Floof. Okay, said Froggy. I'm ready for bed. But Froggy, said Max, it's only 4 o'clock. So they waited till after dinner. Then they crawled into their sleeping bags. Wait, said Froggy, jumping up. I forgot to brush my teeth. Don't be a baby, said Max. This is a sleepover. You don't have to brush your teeth. Froggy crawled back into his bag. Wait, he said, jumping back up. I need my Huggy to go to sleep. Sleep, said Max. Who's going to sleep? We can tell scary stories and have pillow fights all night long. Froggy slipped back into his bag, and Max told a story that made Froggy's skin crawl. Now it's your turn, said Max. But there were weird screeching sounds, and scary shapes hung in the shadows like ghosts. I have a better idea, said Froggy. What? Said Max. Let's go to my house for a sleepover. When they got back to Froggy's, they tiptoed inside the dark. Quiet, quiet. Crash! Froggy bumped into a lamp and knocked over the goldfish bowl. Splash! Froggy, called Mother. What's all the ruckus? She flicked on the light. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. We decided to sleep here instead. Look at Froggy's red face. Oh, Froggy, said his mother. I thought you wanted to sleep at Max's. I did, cried Froggy, but, I was hungry. And you make the best popcorn. Can you make us some, please? Okay, you little munchkins, said his mom. Pop, pop, pop. She made them some buttery popcorn, then went back to bed. Plump, plump, plump. Froggy and Max were having a wild pillow fight. Good night, Pudding Heads, called Froggy's mom. I hope they go to sleep soon, groaned Froggy's dad. Me too, moaned Froggy's mom. Froggy's parents were snoring like horses when Froggy's mom heard a sound. Her eyes popped open and she flicked on the light. Max was standing by the bed. "I have a tummy ache," he said. "I want to go home." So back they went to Max's, dragging their sack behind them. Shloop. But there were still weird sounds and scary shadows there, so they went back to Froggy's. But Max wanted his own pillow, so they went back to Max's. But Froggy wanted pink lemonade, so back and forth they went. Shloop, shloop, shloop. Till at last they fell asleep at Max's house at 9 o'clock in the morning. Zzz. Remember those Z's? Meant they're snoring fast asleep. They finally fell asleep at 9 o'clock in the morning. The end. Okay, so I want you to think about it. Was the author trying to persuade us? Was the author informing us? Or was the author entertaining us with this book? I bet you know. I bet you remember that this was a fun book and the author was entertaining us. He was trying to make us enjoy a story all about a nice, fun sleepover. Okay, so remember our pie when you're reading and think about what the author is trying to do. I'm so glad that I was able to record a story for you guys. I'm going to try to record a story every day, our little read aloud like we usually do in the classroom. Okay, so we will, I will be putting them up in our Google Classroom, and I want you to remember our virtual Spirit Week. So today was our PJs. Okay, tomorrow I want to see what you're reading. So I want you to send me a picture either through Google Classroom or through Remind and show me what book you're reading at home. Okay, even if it's just your bedtime book that you're going to read. And Wednesday is Kindness Counts. Show us how you were kind today. So you're going to show me, are you helping mom clean up at home? Are you picking up after yourself? Are you cleaning your toys? How are you being kind? Thursday is Silly Sock Days. We love Silly Sock Days. We do that at school too. So I want you to snap a picture of your silly socks and send it over to Miss Sturgeon. Okay, and Friday is our Lion Pride. So we're going to wear our school shirts or a leek shirt. All right, or if you don't have a leek shirt, you can wear blue for Leek Lions. All right, friends, I'm so glad that I got to read to you. I really, really miss you guys, and I miss our read alouds. I hope to see you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.